Good morning, Shay. Good morning, Shay. Good morning, everyone. And thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Organizer Janet, and of course, I help people create space so they can attract more happiness, more love, and of course, more abundance in their life. And today, I just wanted to share with you a few ways on how to really conquer the male. This past week, I heard unfortunately, a tragic story of what can happen when you do not manage your mail. So I just wanted to share some easy things that you can do so that you do not feel overwhelmed. You can conquer your mail, organize your life, and feel more in control. Thank you so much, Shay, for sharing more control over your life. And they're easy things to do no matter how tired you are, no matter how much you have going on in your life. So let's get started. I'm just trying to, here we go. We're going to change this. Sometimes technology just doesn't work when you want it to. And okay, so the first thing I suggest for everyone watching is to have a place where you place your mail. Now, as you can see, this is a nice little decorative basket. You can have a box, etc. Put all your mail in there every day when you come home. And of course, sometimes, as you can see, I open my mail just to see and make sure it's nothing I need to deal with immediately. But at least you have one location for all your mail. Then from there, you create your own process. Now, your process can be twofold. You can get your mail, decide immediately that it can be either recycled and trashed, like I did right here. Here's some pieces that I got. Of course, there's some newspapers, some circulars, immediately go into a recycling bin. Or sometimes I get things, I know I don't want them, but I immediately shred them. So I make sure that I put them in the shredder, put them on top of the shredder. If you don't have time to shred things immediately, and usually one or two pieces is going to take you a couple of seconds, always schedule time, whether weekly, every 2 weeks, or at least monthly, to stay on top of it. So that's the first thing. Now, of course, you get the mail, it may be a bill, it may be some important information. So what you want to do is you want to file it. Now, of course, this is just a little simple system. You might have bank information, you might have medical information, information about where you're living. And of course, it's that time of year. It may be something in regards to taxes next year. So you want to create a filing system for that. Now, a lot of you watching may do things paperless. Well, save it somewhere. Save it on a flash drive, save it on the cloud, save it somewhere. So just to kind of recap, just want to have a place for your mail. And once you do go through your mail, decide if it needs to be trashed, recycled, or if it needs to be shredded. And if it does need to be shredded, schedule time weekly, every 2 weeks, or at least monthly to stay on top of it. And then, of course, if you go through your mail, then you may need to file it. So whether you have a physical file or whether you save it to a cloud or flash drive. So just stay on top of your mail because I know some people, unfortunately, they get so overwhelmed with things and they just keep things aside. And before you know it, the envelope begin to change colors. The next thing you know, you've spiraled into something, and it's going to take a lot more effort for you to get out of it than it would if you had just opened the mail and addressed it. So, of course, if you go to my website at janetmtaylor.com, I have a blog that I wrote on Don't Be Afraid of the Mail. So read it. It's got a few little strategies depending on where you are in life. I was at a place one time where, I thought I was going to recover from a surgery quicker than I did. Months later, I didn't, I was still in recovery. I wasn't able to work. Bills piled up. Money wasn't coming in. So I understand. So I hope you have found these tips helpful. Please share this Periscope with others. And again, I am Organizer Janet, and I help you create space so you can attract more love, money, and happiness in your life. So please be sure to visit me at www.janetmtaylor.com. Continue to have a clutter-free day. Goodbye.